Hello! I was bored and I have enough time, so I decided to make a video about something that have been on my mind for the longest time. So as you know, at the beginning of each year, we see a lot of content around how to make a vision board and how important it is to have one to achieve your dreams. So the thing is, people usually forget about the importance of actually emotionally associating yourself with the vision board that you create. If you spend a lot of time designing that vision board, that fancy vision board, but never actually take the time to look at it, then I don't think that's gonna work. So for me, I never really had a fancy vision board, nor I had the patience or the skills to create one. But the thing is, I had this one thing that symbolized my dream life for me back in 2022. So back in 2022, I had a vision to study in Korea, and I wanted to change my major from Korean translation to global MBA. Like, I wanted to study Master of Business Administration, and I didn't want to study anything else, which was kind of hard to do because changing your major while also going after a scholarship, that can be really hard to do. So the thing is, back in 2022, I had this journal in one of my bookshelves which talked about Korean culture and life in Korea, and this was in Azerbaijani. So I read about the story of an Azerbaijani girl who studied in one of the Korean universities, and then I saw a picture. That was a picture of a door of the dorm room where she lived, and it had her name on it. And at the time, I was going through a rough time and I was in despair. I didn't really think that I could get a scholarship, so I was like, I tried to be harsh with myself because otherwise I wouldn't be able to get myself out of that situation. So what I did was that I took one of my pictures and printed it, and then I cut off that part of the page where it had the picture of the door of the dorm room where that girl lived, and I glued my picture on the picture of the door of the dorm room and then I wrote on it, "What the hell are you looking for?" or "What the hell are you waiting for? This is your time to start, and your name should have been on it. Your name should have been on that door." I know that this may sound a little bit harsh, the language that I used, but sometimes you have no choice but to use a little bit of harsh language so you can get yourself out of that situation. So that vision actually worked for me, like symbolizing that vision worked for me, because when I was working on my goal, when I was working on achieving this, my dream of earning a scholarship in Korea and studying MBA, actually worked because I had this one simple thing that symbolized my dream for me on my desk for the longest time. And every time I looked at it, I was like, okay, this is the time to pull myself together and actually work on it. So as you can see, I didn't have a fancy vision board, but I had just one simple thing that symbolized that vision for me, and it just worked. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that you don't need to spend a lot of time on having a fancy vision board, but instead just have something, some simple visual thing that symbolizes your dream for you, and something that can help you strongly emotionally associate with it. If you don't associate with it on a strong emotional level, that's probably not going to help.